Well, good morning, everybody. This is Naomi White. I'm Australian and I live in Brisbane. I'm joined by my three friends from around the world. I have Raffi in London, Patty in California, and Patty in Italy. And we're here to talk about love in the time of Corona. This is just our opportunity to share our ideas around what's going on in the world, because there's a lot of information flying around and we're trying to keep it real. And today we wanted to talk about something that gives us hope. And perhaps I can start. I have a regular personal training session that's normally in a gym, but in Australia all the gyms are closed. And so my personal trainer, whilst we're still able, has moved to a park and we're doing personal training outdoors. And yesterday at the conclusion, was lying on the ground stretching, and I looked up at the sky and it was just the most beautiful day, clear blue sky, the occasional cloud. And I was under a tree and I looked up through the leaves of the tree at the sun, and I took a photograph with my camera because it was incredibly beautiful. And I posted it on social media. And normally there would be a very, very large number of people that would comment or would like it. And this time there was less. And that made me happy, because it gave me hope that in this current situation with people in Australia confined to their homes as a whole family for the first time ever for days and days on end. So we've got husbands and wives working side by side from the home office or from the kitchen table, wherever, children home, being homeschooled, etc., all the families under the one roof. It gave me hope that people are moving away from social media, moving away from being glued to their phones, and lifting their head up and looking at what's around them and focusing on connection. So that's my little story. Perhaps I can go to Patty in California and you can tell us what you've experienced.
Hi, everyone. So interestingly, that Naomi talks about moving away from phones and devices, because what's been really interesting and joyful for me is reconnecting with everyone and the creative ways that have been put together for connection. For instance, last night I did a yoga class online. It was amazing. We also, a few days ago, I had a little cocktail party with all of my girlfriends who live across the country on the East Coast. It was funny. We were all in our sweatpants and our ponytails but we were talking and we were laughing. And so it's just been interesting during this time of social distancing, how there have been unique and creative opportunities to connect with folks. My family, we have a family quarantine text, and it's my parents, and so it's grandparents and parents and kids and cousins and everyone. And so we're really talking all day long, and we're sharing little funny memes and things like that. So I just think what's been really hopeful and joyful for me is how, despite not being able to be physically close to people, how we can really continue to creatively connect.
Great, thank you. Patty in Italy, what are you seeing?
Well, I wanted to say something before Patty in Italy.
Oh, go for
it. Just because I wanted to mention Patty in Italy. So something for me that has worked and is helping me in this time of social distancing is reconnecting with people who maybe were friends many years ago, and you rediscover all of a sudden that they have an incredible energy that is very good, and they shine. So their energy shines on you and helps you cope. So one of those people is Patty M in Pescara. So she's an old friend, and she's such a positive person that even just reconnecting with her, it creates a lot of good positive energy for me. So that is my story. Just a simple reconnection with people I hadn't been in touch with for a long time, and they're very special people, all of you here. But I hadn't been in touch with Patty from Pescara for a while, and yeah, she's very special. So she brings a lot of good energy with her.
Oh, well, I feel that way too, Patty.
love you too. And yeah, of course, for me, it's the same, reconnecting with people and going deeper with them. Not saying on the surface is a very, very good thing. And actually, while you were talking, I realized that people with whom I am talking, not all of them, but a lot of them are reaching a major level of awareness. And this is really hopeful. I mean, it gives me hope that maybe this period that we left alone with our thoughts, meditating and reading maybe, or getting other information, is making people think differently. Is giving them a different perspective on themselves, on the world, on other people, and this is I guess is a very, very good thing. Yeah, probably they're starting to see old values like being together, loving each other and smiling to each other as a priority now. It is a priority. I didn't tell you that the other day. I was outside outside my house, but inside the garden, and I climbed the stair, and there were two guys on the other road, and they were carrying some bags, some garbage, and we stared at each other, and I just wanted to send them kisses, you know. And I guess they wanted to do the same, because it's so weird to see people walking on the street after these days of isolation. So I think that, yes, you're right. That's a wonderful thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're noticing.
You wonder where we'll be in 3 months, doesn't it? It's just inconceivable that we are where we are.
Mm.
Anyway, thank you so much. Have a good day. Speak later. Bye.